General Greene, what a glorious day here, November 10th, 2025. As predicted, the elites are now pumping all of their own bags into infinity, just like I predicted again, for now multiple decades. 2 decades. I've been teaching about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, even revealed the source of the origin and genesis of Satoshi Nakamoto. My private schools have made countless millions of people millionaires. And now today, just as I predicted, the elites are injecting $20 trillion into the US economy with multiple new trillions of 2K plus stimmies, pumping their own coins like Trumpcoin. One of my number one picks, as I have been recommending at school and even publicly, going up only today because it is obvious what the elites are doing. Again, 2020 was obvious. That's how I predicted it before the lockdowns. Again, problem, reaction, solution. The elites had always planned on transitioning you all into blockchain and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and out of US dollars into stable coins, just like I said when I was much younger. Now, make sure you follow me on X. It's absolutely critical. I'm giving a lot of free intel there, and I put out an old video from 2020 that made millions of people millionaires by itself. Just in that one video, you can see here I'm all baby-faced. This is where I recommend Palantir stock pre-IPO. Notice I look a lot different because I was a lot younger. Again, I predicted the lockdowns, predicted Bitcoin, predicting now Litecoin, predicting now Trumpcoin, predicting RSR. I even mentioned RSR in this video in 2020. And again, if you listen to me and follow me, you get rich. If you listen to your financial advisor, you stay broke. Your financial advisor told you not to buy Bitcoin. And so today is a massive, massive day. Again, follow me on X at AMTV Media. And congratulations to you all tuning in. Today will probably be a shorter but succinct video. I'm very busy today. We have the rollout of Deck 2, and our launch is imminent. Our now $50 million fundraise is launching. For those of you who don't know, new subscribers, I am the inventor, founder, and creator, and the Noah in the modern age, and the constructor of the digital Noah's Ark, along with my team, my father, Papa John. We have already closed and successfully funded $33.5 million. And we own the best properties all over, soon to be the world, including all of Hawaii and also Park City, Utah, with no bank debt. Again, because we've invented it. I predicted Bitcoin and Litecoin. I told you to buy under 1,000 USD. And now my recommendations are still world class. Again, up only. It's not hard to figure out. One thing that I want you to remind yourself is that the best investments in the world are always the ones that are misunderstood at first, the ones that seem crazy. Then by the time they become obvious, it's too late and you've missed the 1,000x gains. Bitcoin is a perfect example of that. Trumpcoin will be a perfect example of that. Again, Trumpcoin will be the number one meme, as I've been saying for weeks, in this bull cycle. Trump will pump his own back. Trump pump is not hard to figure out. It's a golden age. Where do you think the 2K stimmies of free money are going to go? Trumpcoin. That's where it's going to go. Where is all this new debt being issued going to go? Blockchain, Bitcoin, crypto. Another one of my long-standing multi-decade predictions came true today again. Time after time. It's almost kind of like that song. Whereas now the Trump administration and our mortgage lenders will be approving cryptocurrencies as collateral for a loan. So the new 50-year mortgages that Trump is also rolling out, you will be able to qualify for a house using crypto. For those of you that don't know, less than 15% of all Americans actually own any crypto. Less than 15%. This should shock you. Less than 15% of all of Americans even own anything. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Trumpcoin, XRP, Ethereum, the list goes on and on. So think about that for a minute. We're already at 4 trillion. What happens when 20% of the US population owns crypto and blockchain and Bitcoin? What happens when 30%? You can see where I'm going with this. At 4 trillion market cap now, even with a few percentage digit growth, compounding of actual users, we go vertical. We go absolutely vertical. Look, the Trump administration, all of Washington, D.C., and BlackRock are not securitizing cryptocurrencies for no reason. It's the new system. Thousands of people told me that the government would never allow crypto, blockchain, and Bitcoin, and they would ban it. And I always fired back, no, they wouldn't, and no, they won't. What they will do is co-opt it. They will sell it. They will control and buy the markets. They will launch ETFs, I said. They will allow you to borrow against it for a house, I said. All these things are not new news. Again, I've been doing this 20 years now. Over 20 years in the social media space, 16, 17 years as a crypto expert and truly a legend in the space and an investing savant. And I say that because the proof is in the pudding. I mean, everything we've touched has been a golden goose. From Bitcoin to crypto to blockchain to my Palantir pre-IPO recommendation, even in that video that I just aired for the first time that many of you have not seen on Babyface, I even tell you I'm not saying or telling you what to do. I even position the fact that you should think about these things ethically, morally, and spiritually before investing. And then I also explain, it's kind of like a GUN. It can be used for bad or it can be used for good. I've said this for years. You can use blockchain technology for freedom and liberty, like we've done at the Island Project. You can use it for surveillance, like the governments around the world want to use it for, and for tyranny. It goes hand in hand. And so, very amazing day. Again, if you've been paying attention, taking my advice, you are freaking diamond nut rich. Bottom line, number one platform here on the internet is AMTV, Bitcoin Rich, Litecoin Rich, XRPRich.com. Period. End of story. Freaking mic drop. Now let's go into the details of what's happening today. Of course, Trumpcoin is pumping as I predicted. It's just getting started. It's going to 50 billion plus. It's going to take out Dogecoin. You will be reading and hearing about on CNBC.com Trumpcoin millionaires in the very near future. Just like past market cycles with Doge. Just like we had with Shiba Inu in the past. Now, don't make this too hard on yourself. Look, America is an idiocracy. That means the dumbest investments pump the most. This is something I figured out a long time ago. Again, I believe in fundamentals and I invest in all kinds of investments with the best fundamentals, of course. But also when it comes to memes, it's the dumbest stuff that pumps, right? Fart coin pumped to $1 billion on dirty, smelly farts. A billy. Dogecoin pumped as high as I think near 50 billion during its last pump cycle, of which Elon Musk pumped himself, remember, on SNL. So it's going to happen again. There's no way in hell we move into a golden age of mass liquidity market saturation, mass pumping, trillions of dollars of injections, 20 freaking trillion, mortgages backed by crypto, flying effing cars by the end of the year, robotic AI takeover, robots in every house, which is what Elon Musk and everyone is telling you. Massive interest rate cuts, quarter, maybe 50 basis points coming into the end of the year, and we're not going to have a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, super freaking hyperbolic diamond balls nuts Trump pump. You would have to be out of your freaking mind and a lunatic not to understand that Trump will go up freaking only and rip all over your faces, just like a dirty fart did with Fartcoin, just like that squirrel meme did. Remember that too? 100%. So again, you have to understand what we're working with. And as the old guard collapses and the elites make new laws and establish new rules, and as they had locked down the world previously and reset and reorganized all of the world's assets, it should be no surprise after they fear-mongered all your butts and told you not to buy this stuff. And even in recent days, I told you they were shaking it out before they break it out. It was an inside job a couple weeks ago when they crashed altcoins 50 to 80% in a leveraged shakeout, which was an inside job on the heels of Donald Trump's tweet of China tariffs. Now, the government is being reopened. They're kicking the can down the road. They're printing more hyperinflation. They're creating more debt. They're printing more money. They're even giving dirty stimmies to the peasants. It should be obvious what comes next. Hyper cycle, super freaking pump, Trump pump. Now, my top 3 picks, I give so much valuable information for free all the time. I always give it out at school first, of course, and then I put it out publicly for free. And I'm telling you publicly now, as I have been for months, my top 3 picks, and I'm giving you this for free, are Trump, Litecoin, and RSR. And I go over specific asset allocations at my world-class schools. And as long as you follow that blueprint and plan, you will absolutely dominate and transform your entire lives. You will become diamond nutter rich, like me, the general, and all of my countless millions of students. I have to say, not financial advice. I'm not a shitty financial advisor. Your shitty financial advisor sucks balls, told you not to buy Bitcoin, drives a freaking Hyundai. I'm the real deal. I wear Rolexes, Lambos, yachts. I own real estate mansions with no bank debt, beach, and freaking ocean front. I told you Sam Bankman-Fried was a scam, that the government and the mainstream media was conning you, telling that dipshit drove Hyundais. No, he didn't. Again, it's very obvious when you look at this stuff, hindsight 2020, we've been very ahead of the curve. One thing you get with me is somebody who's authentic. I just tell you straight up what's going on. I don't, pretend to be something I'm not. You always want to worry about the people that pretend they're all holier than thou. Have you noticed that? Just like Sam Bankman, CIA Fried, or whatever his name was. I told you that from the beginning when Fortune magazine did that whole piece on him, or Forbes. Oh, he's just a guy giving back. He loves Hyundais. I told you I'd stay away from that with a 10-foot pole. When Tom Brady endorsed it, I was like, crap, I would definitely stay away. I love Tom Brady, but again, when the mainstream media gets in, when your Hollywood land celebrities get in, they don't know what they're talking about. So again, what's going to happen next? Hyper pump. The golden age is here. The biggest pump on all your faces because the elites are going to pump themselves. BlackRock will pump its own bags. Trump will pump his own bags. His sons will pump themselves. It's just human psychology. And again, attention is currency and one of the greatest resources in the world today. You must understand these fundamental truths. Here's the article from CNBC.com, as I predicted. Mortgages will now allow crypto investments, right there. Imagine what this is going to do for the Island Project. Imagine what this does for what I invented, fractional tokenized real estate. Imagine what this is going to do for all of my current founders, all of them, and the elite founders around. Imagine what it'll do for the exclusive, finite, just 100 more people into Deck 2. Imagine what that'll do at scale when we go public in 26, as I position the greatest tokenization event built on real property, no bank debt, cash flows, and large capital gains, including a private ecosystem, and massive billions of people we reach online, including all intellectual property rights and the freaking general himself. Imagine what that'll be worth when Trumpcoin, backed by nothing and farts, successfully pumped to billions. Again, we will be trading, I have to say in my opinion, between 10 to $15 billion plus upon launch. All of my founders will get diamond nut rich, period. It's why I'm here. It's why I do what I do. It's why my father and I defend Christians. We are the Christian super billionaire baller super class. And we are diamond nutting all over the faces of the deep state elites. And we are fighting back along with Donald Trump for freedom and liberty. We are the founding fathers of 1776. We have dedicated our lives to the King. We serve God and Jesus Christ alone. We are the alternative solution. We have fought the war successfully. We are shielded by God. And this is his red carpet rollout roadmap. All boats will rise. Just like Noah built 3 decks to the ark, we are building 3 decks. Founders 1 already completed, the hardest round, the most consequential round with 400 plus amazing investors worldwide from over 12 different countries. Investors all the way from an amazing 30 units all the way up, families combined to 2 to 3 million plus. Now Deck 2, which is a finite 100 very special people, mostly probably additional founders and the founders one, will get in. No bank debt, finite, non-dilutable, and literally the best assets. You can live your investment, enjoy it, state any property worldwide, pay into your own equity. You are sitting on a multi-billion-dollar portfolio, and still some of you still don't get it. Again, by the time you understand genius, it's too late. You know, my dad is one of the best men in the world for a reason. My dad is old school. We are so lucky to have my father. My father is a man, not just an amazing businessman, but an amazing Christian, an amazing mentor, an amazing light in this world. And I am so fortunate, along with all my members. My father has more integrity than any other person I have ever met. There's a reason why we have no bank debt at the Island Project, because we know what comes next. As the government prints trillions and bank runs commence, and as we move into the new system of this transition into stable coins and AI, our no bank debt assets will become even more 1,000x valuable because they are based on equity, true ownership, true sovereignty, true protection, and as the cornerstone rock that wins no matter what. I've explained that before. Even if blockchain all went to zero, all of my members are still rich. Within 10 years, multi-billions will be under management, under my command, and my father and my members. Within 5 to 10 years, even without tokenization. But we play to win. We play for grand slams, which we hit every single day almost. And we do both, offense and defense. Again, crypto is soaring. The cryptocurrency total market cap will eclipse 100 trillion in the future. It's at just 4, roughly under 4 today. Guys, this is a magnificent transition. Now notice, privacy coins have been pumping. Litecoin has been pumping. Bitcoin is kind of losing dominance. Again, we're moving into altcoin season now. There's a reason why Litecoin, there's a reason why Trumpcoin is pumping. There's a reason why I'm telling you to buy RSR. Just like I told you to buy here, I told you to buy, looking for the video, Palantir before you'd even heard about it. I told you to buy here too. Winning investment after winning investment. After winning. After winning. After proving everybody wrong. Again, millions of people told you Bitcoin was a scam, and I told you politely and now very aggressively they were the scam. They're broke. They want you broke. They're not smart, is what I told you. And again, this is the nature of the environment that we live. So I love you guys. Again, I mean, I'm just all glory to God, and I'm so thankful that all of you are dominating so much on all of my advice over the years. And I am thankful and I have enormous gratitude, but understand that I must continue to fight a massive war to save as many Christians that might not know yet. There's a lot of people that don't know that 2020 was an inside job. They don't know that Bitcoin and crypto, again, was pre-planned to take over the system decades ago. They didn't understand that. This is what I've been teaching at all my courses for 20 years. They still don't understand that the media is being weaponized against them. They don't understand that what happened in 2020 it is the AI. They don't understand all this stuff is connected. They haven't figured it out yet. Now they're starting to, because of course all of our predictions have come true. And as more predictions come true, it starts to become obvious. But by the time it becomes super obvious, Founders 1 has already been successfully completed. It's closed. You can't get in now. You'll never be able to get in at the 30 units again. Deck 2 is a 200K minimum. See how it keeps going up? It'll only be 100 lucky people that will get into that coveted spot. 200K minimum up to 2 to 3 million per investment. Just 100 people. Deck 3 is our public launch. Our Island Project coin will be trading across every single major blockchain cryptocurrency exchange. Coinbase, Gemini, Dexes, Uniswap, 1inch, Kraken, Crypto.com, which by the way, I predicted Crypto.com's rise. It's another 1000x pick up my school. Again, by the time it becomes obvious, you're late. Who else in the world is providing you an opportunity where you can essentially get in at the IPO? I'm waiting. Let me ask again. Who else in the world is providing you an opportunity where you can get in at the IPO? I'm waiting. Anyone? Anyone? No. You're buying aftermarket XRP. You're buying aftermarket Ethereum. You're buying aftermarket Litecoin. You're buying aftermarket Trumpcoin. You're not an insider. And that's the key difference with Island Project founders. You are a founder in the equivalent IPO at zero, which means when we launch to 5 to 10 billion plus, you are super rich as a result. It's just like being an insider with call options on stock at Facebook before it goes public. Do you understand? There is no one else in the world that has given you the opportunity that I have given you, and a lot of you still don't understand how valuable it is, how we've literally given everything. My father and I joke about this too, but we're like, yeah, it's like people are starting to really figure out what we've built. Like, it's the greatest investment in the world. No bank debt, no downside, live your investment, comp time, enjoy mansion properties you normally couldn't afford. You get all the capital gains, all the interest income, K1 dividend payments to be paid for the first time in 26, plus the IPO. So even if your 30 units went up 30x, you're a millionaire. Mic drop. People are starting to figure it out, but they're not going to entirely figure it out until we go public. And that'll be the case. I understand it. It's why I'm only taking a lucky, privileged 100 more investors. In Deck 2, a distinct portfolio. This will include 2 to 3 mega mansion estates, which I've already previewed and sneak previewed over the last week in Kauai and also Big Island. We already own properties across all the islands. One of our latest acquisitions was Hapuna Beach for $6 million. No bank debt, penthouse, beachfront. Amazing. Access to both private golf courses, public golf courses, Mauna Kea, and also Hapuna, 2 major exclusive resorts, as much surfing as you'd like to do, private butler service, private limos. I mean, the list goes on and on. We literally have lifted loaded Jeeps everywhere too. I mean, we've literally built the ecosystem of 1000X. You're freaking welcome. And so as we enter the golden age, hysteria, the massive super cycle pump, up only, as trillions of more dollars of worthless debt gets pumped into the system, as the elites pump all over your face, just like Nancy Pelosi pumps her own bags, and now she's retiring with a golden parachute, as BlackRock pumps itself to infinity, and its Bitcoin holdings to infinity. Know that this video is a giant warning because it's pretty much your last chance to get in. And you will never get into the founders round again. RSVP at 808-442-2934. 808-442-2934 with Papa John. That will give you a leg up and early bird access so that when I do announce the launch, you will get first access. You can even text them or call them at 808-442-2934. See our terms and disclaimers. I'm not a financial advisor. Your financial advisor is a cuck. And jot down or text them or verbalize the minimum units, 200 and up. You should be getting in a lot more. By the way, when you come in with $1 million, you get so much more additional value. You get up to 30 days comp time, 3 to 4 weeks comp. Think about this. When you go take a vacation now, you give your money to Bill Gates at the Four Seasons. You never get your investment back. You don't build any equity. You own nothing. It is a toilet bowl expense. It's a turd you're flushing down the toilet. All you get is an experience. That's cool. But with us, you get real ownership, true fractional ownership, all the capital gains, all the interest income, no bank debt, and you can stay at any of the collection of amazing available properties. See our terms and availability. Reach out to our concierge team and Papa John. When that sinks in and people realize, for example, even when they're paying discounts for their stays, up to 30 to 40% off, you're paying into your own equity. It's like reinvesting dividends into your actual units that only go up. Now with 50-year mortgage debt announced by the Donald Trump administration and Bill Pulte in charge of housing, billions of more people will be clamoring to own, guess what? This, the best real estate in the world, trophy assets with no bank debt. It's very, very simple. It's so freaking easy to understand. I mean, again, the best use case of blockchain is in the real estate space, which is why I've cornered that market and invented RWA, real world assets, for a reason. So I'm very, very excited. Extremely excited. Let me see if I can give you more free alpha here. And then I'm going to close out. Again, I've got a busy day. We're very close to the launch of Deck 2. There's a couple things I need to finalize. And I need to also be speaking with my team here most of the afternoon. So I hope you had a great weekend. I produced a ton of content. I love having fun with you guys, entertaining you guys. Most of all, I just love making you rich. I love basically sharing all this truth with you. I love the fact that you can fight back. I love the fact that you're peacefully resisting. I love the fact that you've never complied. I love the fact that you love God so much. So many of you are so inspirational. You're so beautiful, loved, special. I mean, we even did an X Space over the weekend, and man, the testimonies are, you guys are just amazing, man. I love you. This is why we do what we do. This is why I fight so hard. This is why every single day I build the ark. Every single day we fight. Every single day we're working our butts off. So the U.S. government has reopened. It's a matter of time. Again, they're just passing over the last legislation bills, but essentially we've reopened. In addition to that, cryptocurrencies are pumping as predicted. It turns out, yes, I'm right again, that the deep state was just shaking you all out because that's what they do best. They want your bags. Think about it. If you're the deep state, you're black cuck rock, and you know Bitcoin's going to millions of dollars like I've predicted for generations now, long before BlackRock ever told you to buy it or sold you any ETF, and long before Trump told you to buy it or sold you any kind of thing or token event. If you know that, you want to artificially suppress the price as long as possible so you can buy it, shake all retail out, then pump on their face. It's not hard to figure out. So again, continue to dollar cost average. Prepare for an up-only Christmas. Prepare for 1776 and the quarter century celebration of 1776 coming next year. Just like Bitcoin and Litecoin is programmed for 1000x, so is the golden age. This is not hard to figure out. Stop making it harder. Of course Trump's going to pump on your face. Of course it's up only. What do the American people not understand? America is an idiocracy. Kim Kardashian's ass is worth billions of dollars. This is an entertainment culture. What don't you understand about America? What don't you understand about it? It's very easy. Again, what sounds dumb and is always hated are always the best investments. What are misunderstood at first, like Bitcoin, eventually your shitty financial advisor will start recommending it after you've already missed the boat and you've missed all the gains and you didn't get rich because you didn't take my advice. That's how it always works. Always buy what people hate. And you know what people hate the most right now? A bull run. You know what they hate the most of? The sound of? A golden age. You know what coin they hate the most? Trump. It's also who they hate the most, mostly. It's a guaranteed freaking pump. Just like farts. When fart coin crushed to $1 billion, I knew flagellations would go up 1000x. Who doesn't like farts or poo? Who doesn't like dirty flagellations? Everyone does. It's funny. Remember when you were back as a kid and you'd be like, poo-poo. I mean, my brother and I thought that was hilarious back in the day. Nothing's changed. Human nature hasn't been reinvented. That's why most people spend most of their time scrolling, doing nothing productive. It's all entertainment. It's an entertainment reality television show. The president is a reality television star. You don't think Trump is going to pump to infinity? Of course it is. Of course it is. Go watch the movie The Idiocracy and base your investments off it, and I almost guarantee you'll do well, at least in the meme wars. Again, Bitcoin has incredible fundamentals, so does Litecoin and the Island Project and XRP and all those things. But I'm just making the point that people just don't understand. How many cucks were telling you to sell your crypto bags on X last week? Andrew Tate told you to sell. Cuck. James Nguyen, who won't show his face. Cuck. Liquidated. All of these freaks. And I'm not bashing anyone in particular. I'm just telling you, they were all telling you to sell. They were all telling you Bitcoin's going to 35K. They were all telling you all those bunch of lies. And that's all they are. Now we be pumping. Just like the general said. Again, it's not supposed to make sense. Understand you're in a crisis. Understand you're living in Zimbabwe takeover. Understand this is an Argentine peso collapse of the US dollar. Understand you're at war. Understand the elites are running vast singularity algorithms and simulations. Understand you've been conned by the deep state. Understand all they do is con. Lock you down, bail themselves out, cut interest rates, print more debt, issue 50-year cucked mortgages, tell you not to buy, and then later tell you to buy after the price is much higher. Every single thing they say is a lie. Everything I say is the truth. People don't like to hear it because it shatters their existence. They don't like somebody telling them the truth when everyone else is telling them the opposite. But again, that tells you who's right and who's wrong. The crowd is always wrong. The crowd is always broke. You don't know a lot of rich people because most people aren't smart. The list goes on and on. Your financial advisor sucks balls. What more do you need to know? If you haven't fired your financial advisor yet who told you not to buy Bitcoin, tell him the general sent you and fire his ass. Tell him he's an idiot. He's cost you millions. Tell him he's a cuck. Tell him to tune into my channel. And then I'll make him rich. Finally. Again, this is a war on information for your mind, for your soul, a spiritual battle. These are weapons that have been launched against the American people. Every conspiracy is a fact, notice, it turns out later on in life. Well, that sounds like a conspiracy. Actually, no, it's just the facts. Remember? They're not spying on you on your cell phones. Oh, yep, they are. Oh, they're not going to mark everybody biological. Oh, yep, the Neuralink chip's for everybody now. It's going to integrate you and merge you with the AI. They would never lock down the world, Christopher, like you warned. A few months later, you're in a jail cell pretty much of your house, wearing a diaper on your face. Again, I told everyone you'd be locked down. All of you told me I was wrong. I told you they'd force face diapers. Everyone told me I was nuts. Months later, you're wearing face diapers. Now I'm telling you, you're being reset into a new hyperinflationary currency. And you're still saying, I don't think that'll happen. That sounds crazy. Nope, I'm right again. Trump pump. Trump pump. Pumpity pumpity pump. Pump my bags, Trump. Get in my belly. Get in my belly, Trump. Pump it. Pump it, Trump. Pump it, baby. Get in my belly. Get in my golden age belly, Donald Trump. Get in that belly. Yeah. Get in that belly. Again, my top 3 picks, I give them for free. At least I am right now. There's more at school, but Litecoin, the Trump pump, and RSR. RSR, I believe, is one of the greatest investments in the world. And the reason for it is it tokenizes real-world assets. And its R token technology can already put that to use now in a decentralized fashion. It really is the new BlackRock of ETFs, the new BlackRock of, real estate tokenization, at least in a mainstream way, owned, funded, and founded by Peter Thiel and Sam Altman. With great technology, a wonderful team, 1000x funding. Even predicted their Coinbase launch, which is one of my predictions. You can buy it right there. It's not hard. You can literally get in, oh my gosh, at 300 million. When this thing sails to 100 billion plus, don't even thank me. Just go build churches and help other people, for crying out loud. Just like we did with Palantir. I've told you the story. I have a testimonial where a gentleman in Canada said that based on my Palantir recommendation, his church has built 10 new churches now as a result of the investment. People say things like, well, why would you invest in Palantir? It's kind of Orwellian. It can be used for good or bad. So I don't know. Is it a good thing 10 new churches were built and people that are going hungry now have food? Doesn't sound like a bad thing to me. Sounds like we helped a lot of people. God did. That's why I do what I do. Again, who else is Robin Hood? Who else is helping your ass? What do you think, a 2K STEMI is going to change your life? 2K STEMI is hyperinflationary. 50-year mortgage is debt slavery. You need to get freaking diamond balls rich. You need to take my advice. And that's the truth. So again, I'm fired up because as we enter the second phase of events, into the reset, into the new age of the new order, of the AI, alien invasion, artificial intelligence, Borg structure I've been telling you about all these years. As you're forcefully reset into stable coins to replace the US dollar, as the US government uses gold reserves to buy Bitcoin and other crypto assets, and as David Sachs, as Crypto Cesar, advises the roadmap and rollout, and as all of America and the middle class is extinguished in a slaughterhouse, I'm pretty passionate about saving people. I'm passionate because I already know what's going to happen, just like I did prior. Do not underestimate genius. Do not underestimate a savant. Do not underestimate somebody who already has accomplished it. We're not talkers here, we're doers. Again, call my father. He'll explain to you the extraordinary already owned mega mansions, soon to be around the world with no bank debt. It ain't an idea. We already own. Way ahead of the curve. When I was telling people to buy Bitcoin, I was doing that 15, 16 years ago from my studio when people called it a scam. Well, guess who's laughing now? And again, I'm not laughing because I actually know what's going to happen next. I'm very worried for America, and I'm worried for people that are going to be left behind. I know exactly what the dirty scoundrel scumbag elites are going to do, and these demonic, blood-gurgling, sucking freaks have in store for you. I've already predicted their transhuman rollout agenda. We know how they will introduce the mark. We know they've been conning the American people and shaking you out. I told you that they collapsed crypto a few weeks ago in the shakeout, the leveraged event, because they were just testing the system, greasing the rails, I told you, before they take us to decatrillions. And now I'm being proven right. Again, where else are you going to put your money? What, you're not going to invest in AI? You're going to continue to avoid the revolution? Well, what else are you going to do? What are the key investments of the future? Blockchain, robots, AI. I'm not saying that there's not going to be booms and busts. Of course there will. But we are at very low valuations. The dirty scumbag elite will never warn you of a collapse. They will never warn you of a stock market crash. What are they doing now? They're telling you everything's going to crash, meaning it won't. Okay? The crash will come at some point when no one thinks it'll come. I've already told you what my thesis is. I think we will be pumping up only well into 28, well into probably 29, and then the correction. Somewhere in 2029, 2028 at the end of Trump's term, into the roaring 20s, which we're entering now, into the golden age renaissance, into the debt saturation, into the stablecoin reset, into the new golden marble ballrooms and toilets, the 24 gilded era White House. Again, it's even symbolic. 250-year celebration next year. It's psychology. This is the Idiocracy. Watch the movie. Remember when King Camacho or whatever his name is? It's the same thing, guys. Don't make it harder on yourself. What is it? Plants like Brondo, right? It's what plants like. I don't know. It's just like Trumpcoin. It's what, I don't know, the people like. Don't make it hard. Trump pump. You get it? I hope you understand. Again, I've seen this in my career many times. The dumbest investments make me the most money. Don't fight the trend. Don't be the stupid salmon going against the rest of the salmon if they're all swimming one direction. You go with them. Profit. Profit from it and then do good with it. Shed light in your communities. Pay off your debt. Go buy a house. Get invested. Glorify God. Help your family. Retire your parents. Get off your ass. Get in shape. Get a wife. Get a husband. Dominate. Join other Christians. Fight back. Do not comply. These are very easy things, and they are what founded the United States of America. And they are also what founded the digital Noah's Ark. That's pretty cool. We got a biblical 137.7 new followers on X at AMTV Media. So follow me there. That's really all I got, guys. But just, again, expect up only. I'll keep hammering it every single day. You've been conned by the deep state. You will be broke if you don't take my advice. You will be slaughtered. The middle class is being destroyed. Crypto's going up only. The US dollar is dead. They're transferring you into stable coins. What I've recommended are the best investments in the world. I have to say, not financial advice, but they have been. They just have been, whether you like it or not. And what I'm recommending now will continue to go up only. Let people underestimate you until you're at the top. Get into deck 2. 200K minimum is imminent and coming. I'll be launching that very, very soon. We've got a lot of work to do closing into year end. I'll be releasing more private newsletters. I just put one out. If you didn't get it, let my father know. We'll send it to you, email. We did send that out though, giving us our roadmap vision for the remaining of the year. And then as we get closer to the end of the year, first quarter, I'll be revealing the first roadmap and red carpet of our tokenization event. So stay tuned for that. And again, my founders will be the only ones ever to get into the pre-IPO. Everyone else will be buying aftermarket after we've already gone public. And that's just how it works. And again, there's no one else in the world that's provided you this opportunity. No one. We don't even have to do it. It's a lot of hard work. Ask my father about that. A lot of hard work. We don't have to do it. We're just awesome. Again, Trump didn't let you in to Trumpcoin pre its launch. No, he just announced it suddenly, like everything else. And what happened? Pumped 1,000x and people started buying in, then it dumped, and then I told you to buy. I told you to buy the last month after it was down 80, 90%. Now it's going to go up only. So again, you have to understand a lot of this is psychology, but more importantly, it's math, it's programmed, and it's algorithmic. Again, future politicians will be algorithms. Future president of the United States will be an AI god. Future religions will be AI driven. Robots will be everywhere, in your streets and in your skies. Robots are replacing every human worker. Massive unemployment is ahead. Massive disruption is ahead, but it's not all bad. If you can figure out how to innovate, if you can figure out how to prosper in it, if you can figure out how to ride the wave along with my team, you will win. And there will be opportunities along the way that no one else sees. Just like when I barely had a pube on my face and I told you to buy the Palantir IPO, and most of you just overlooked it. And now it was the best S&P 500 performing asset in the world the last couple of years, just like Bitcoin has been the #1 investment and outperforming asset in the world. Every single year, outperforming private equity, hedge funds, and your shitty financial advisor. And just like this has already funded Founders Round 1, and Deck 2 is coming, and billions are coming. And we don't even have to tokenize to manage a multi-billion-dollar portfolio. And that's what people don't even understand. Again, we've designed everything flawlessly because I see what other people don't decades in advance. And we've constructed the arc for a reason. For God first, faith first ballers, and people that want to change the world and do something impactful while they're here. We're a purpose, mission-filled investment, and we are also what I've called the soul investment, live your investment, because what we've done is special and meaningful, and a stupid ass ETF ain't, nor is an index fund, nor is a stock. I mean, even gold. What are you going to do? Chew on it? Use it as a pillow? You might as well get rich and use your investment and experience your investment and do big things and join a community that is rewarding, that you can build upon with so many more advantages too. They're too long to mention. I love you guys so much. God bless. Jesus Christ is King. Expect a super cycle pump into year end. All records to be shattered. All haters to be flushed down the toilet. And again, we will continue to get much, much more rich based on all of my recommendations and advice. This is up only. This is the reset. This is the golden age, golden toilet hysteria. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get in. Links below and up here. RSVP with my dad, 808-442-2934. God bless. U.S. government will be reopened.